Chapter 3587. You deaf and blinded. Ought. When William saw that Charlie Wade was a little angry, he immediately explained nervously, "Master Wade, don't misunderstand, I didn't mean that." Turning his head, he continued, "I think the rules. We are still the same as we just set together, 100 million euros per checkout, but because you've said it, then I won't. Bull 5H. And when will I lose enough? 100 million euros, when will it be completed? If we wait until the end of the game and don't lose much, let's wait until the game is over, and then pay according to the actual loss amount. What do you think?" Charlie Wade nodded in satisfaction, and smiled. "That's right. This is just a boy's name. Otherwise, I think you are the type of poor person who has never seen money, and only won a little money. You can't wait to do it. I want to put it into my pocket and keep it for safety." Regarding this, Charlie Wade's heart said, "I will tell you something, what I look down on the most is a step. D bird. Yes, 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 yes." After hearing this, William knew that Charlie Wade was scolding himself, but he nodded and said dryly, "Master Wade is right. Come out and play with bigger stakes." After speaking, he hastily said again, "Come on, let's continue." Charlie Wade nodded. "Come on." Quote. In this round, William got 3 aces, and Charlie Wade also got 3, but it was 3 kings. However, William had an ace as his whole card, and Charlie Wade could only see 2 aces, so he deliberately threw 20 million chips and said with a determined look, "I don't think you can have 3 aces." William smiled slightly, and also placed a 20 million chip bet, and said with a smile, "Since Mr. Wade is so confident, why don't you raise the bet again?" Charlie Wade shrugged. "If you want to increase the stake, then add it. I am not afraid of your agitation." After that, another 20 million chips were added as bets. This time, Charlie Wade bet 400 million euros. Soon after, it was time to fight again. William takes an ace out of his whole cards and said with a smile, "Sorry Mr. Wade, I really got an ace in this." When Olivia saw this, she jumped for joy. The others looked at them in amazement. Charlie Wade had lost nearly 700 million euros to William now, and less than 20 minutes had passed. However, Charlie Wade didn't care at all. He shook his head slightly and smiled. "William, it looks like you, the bride-to-be, who lucky tonight." Quote. Then, Charlie Wade said again, "I still believe that my luck is definitely better than yours. Come on, continue." Others realized that they were completely out of the game. Due to the huge stakes, they didn't dare to take the risk even if the cards were good at the start, so a confrontation between Charlie Wade and William soon ensued. In this situation, Charlie Wade deliberately controlling the betting rhythm, when he consecutively placed almost 20 million euros, his chips still had a face value of 7 or 8 million, and on his table there are still 7 or 8 million. If Charlie Wade lost this one, then he would lose more than 9 billion, and he would immediately use real money to buy chips from William according to his rules. William is also very excited at this time. No. In more than half an hour he had already won his nearly a billion lot. This feeling is almost like a dream. Charlie Wade played steadily and placed another 5 million chip bet, leaving only more than 2 million in his hand. William wants to force Charlie Wade to pay some money quickly, so he immediately placed a bet of 10 million chips, and said, "Master Wade, I put 100 million, you don't seem to have any more chips." Charlie Wade shrugged, arranged another card to the side, and said, "I folded the cards." There was a commotion in the crowd. "Is this folding?" Quote. Placed a 1 or 200 million bet, and in the end he folds when he folds. Is this guy going to play? I know he's so stupid. I have to place a bet no matter what. I can't let William get all my money. Chapter 3588. William was on the verge of laughing and beaming at this point, but he could still control his temper. He looked relaxed for a while before he said, "Master Wade, you don't have any chips for the next round. And you can't continue this game. Pay off the money first. Charlie Wade frowned and said with a displeased expression, "It's really a damn grass. Why is my luck so bad today?" After speaking, he looked at William and asked, "First have to spend money to redeem the chips, right?" Quote, "Yes, yes." William smiled brightly like a chrysanthemum, narrowed his eyes. "Master Wade, I will give you my Swiss bank account number." Quote, "Yes." Charlie Wade nodded and said, "You give me the account number first, and I will arrange the financial transfer payment later." Quote, Charlie Wade said again, "By the way, transfer between banks, as well as euro transfers, are definitely more of a hassle. It won't be there for a while. I can't let all people wait here until my money arrives, or I have another way. I will stake my Concorde plane with you first, write a mortgage agreement on you, sign the agreement, at a discount of 300 million euros, you only need to give me 30 million chips, enough for me to continue the game again, how about according to you?" Quote. William was laughing heartily in his heart, but he only pretended to be very embarrassed, and said with emotion, "Master Wade, your Concorde plane is indeed very rare, but this Concorde plane is true. Right old plane, 300 million discount. Too many euros." Quote. Charlie Wade looked at William, and shook his head in disgust to see him. "So," he said, "that, you bargain like a woman. Don't say that my Concorde plane is worthless. And again, that Concorde plane has cost a lot of money. After the renovation, suppose you win today and I lose almost 1 billion euros. Even if this Concorde plane is promised to you at a discount of 300 million euros, isn't this just a card game? If you win it and the plane will be yours when it does. What's the difference between 200 million and 300 million? Quote. Olivia understood this and hurriedly said, "William, Mr. is right, you don't look like a man but like a woman who bargains too much. You still care about this little thing here," so she quickly made a promise to Mr. Wade and gave him another 30 million chips. Mr. Wade. William came back to his senses at this point, and said in his heart, "Damn this crooked grass. After all, Charlie pawned the plane to me. No matter how many chips I offer, I will definitely give a discount, will eventually fall into my pocket too. Not only will get his plane, Charlie Wade should also give me 1 billion euros. I want it. I'm very lucky today." Quote. Thinking of this, William hastily took out 30 million from his chip stack, pushing him to in front of Charlie Wade with respectful hands, and said, with a smile, "Mr. Wade, 30 million chips, take it." Quote. Charlie Wade reached out and took 30 million chips, nodded lightly, then looked at Olivia, and said seriously, "Oh Olivia, to be honest, you found such a thing, but you were right. Really blind." Quote. Olivia also felt that William was a little uncomfortable, but after all, the two of them played as a couple today. How much William won Charlie Wade's money today was half of Olivia's help. Charlie Wade stacked the chips in front of him, took initiative to ask for paper and pen, write a simple mortgage agreement, then sign and press his fingerprint. After he finished, he handed the mortgage agreement to William, then glanced at the bunder who handed out cards, and said with a smile, "I'm saying this, buddy, look me in the eyes. You have to deal with Lao Su well in this round. You saw Lao Su lose with so many, so I should have won one round, right?" Quote. The dealer was about to make a polite statement, and suddenly felt an invisible hypnotic energy flowing into his brain, and then immediately nodded with respect. However, this change, apart from Charlie Wade, nothing who noticed. No one noticed. No one saw. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for new updates. Thank you very much for watching. Keep safe everyone and God bless you all.